Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
we come here to renew friendships and make new friends. That's what these are for.
Oh, wow. My first gig ever. I did chips. I did chips when I was a Rams cheerleader, but my first acting gig was with Mark Harmon, and there was a show called 240 Robert, and there were two girls, and we were out in the wilderness, and we were supposed to be treed by a bear. So the whole thing was I was up a tree screaming that there, and Tom Harmon came over to me and said, "You're really good. You're really good." And I'm like, "No, you did that really well." You know what I have? I mean, in case I die. You really go through my stuff.
Anytime soon.
But I mean, but they don't even know what I have. But I have it. They gave us. I have a Dallas watch. I mean, the stuff that I have, you know, that it's like, and I'm thinking, and for me, it's just in another drawer. And I'm thinking,
You want that watch?
right. But I bet the one that I had, they gave to the cast. I'm sure that I got.
Can he
that,
put his
but
name
it's
on
like,
that? Can he put his name on that just in case?
Did you like working at
But I mean, but they, if I die, you should see how much crap we all can have. You know, like everybody, you know, like, I mean, right? I always say go through every drawer. You don't know this. You don't know this. This is what I have. They'll appreciate it. This is what I have. Chris Tillman, my other sister's first husband, which goes back like 30 years ago, was painting, had a painter's job at Western Wardrobe or something. It was a very famous it was the only wardrobe house in downtown LA. It was 5 stories tall, and it took out whatever and gave them to me. And their gloves, white gloves, and their marks to feel around.
Oh, nice.
And no one knows that until you guys get there. I have tons of those. Those are in my bookshelf.
The Harrison auction. The Harrison auction is shaping up really well.
When we did these things, I don't know, Memorabilia wasn't a thing before or something. Because I think every day, I have tons of scripts that I do signatures on and stuff that just because I was new, you know, but they're all just in my house. You know, people ask me that, and
Well, let her take the.
it's really weird. Or maybe that's how it is for me. You walk on the set, and once you do this, now you're doing that every day for the next, 2 to 10 years. So it's a job, and they're just different. The difference about this company is this company always it's kind of sad, but whenever you're that young, you really, as in life, I don't think you really start to appreciate stuff till you get to 40 maybe and stuff that you really think about. And so I was just doing it. Oh, this is a really sad story. When I was on Dallas, I was working with who replaced Barbara Morgan.
Most of them. There's about 3 of us. All the team.
My dad. It's the only reason I love it. My dad wanted
all the
to
NFL.
My dad, I thought could care less about me.
And then I have a couple cartoons I do.
But he wanted to set. He was set to be Donna, and I thought.
Great gig.
And I had no clue. She was very nice. I'm like, my dad wants to meet you, whatever. And it's just this gray-haired woman getting her makeup done next to me. Very, very nice. But the funny part about the reason I was repeated.
I didn't really, but I just
we were on a big soundstage for Dallas, and they go, Donna Reed on the set, and she'd go.
Yeah, pretty much. I talked to
and then it kind of gets bigger and bigger. We're all
I don't know.
How is she in bed?
I figured
I hope she has thick walls.
If they want me, they'll tell me. If they don't...
That was Donna Reed. But what was really sad is I didn't realize Donna Reed in A Wonderful Life until like 20 years later. I mean, that's why I was like 40 and I went,
doing phenomenal.
that's that old woman that was working with me on Dallas. Sad story. Here's another one of my great sad stories. Howard Keel.
Oh, yeah.
Again, no appreciation. Too young. You're working. For me, which is my attitude even with this. You work like I'm having a great time, but for me, I'm just thinking, I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm leaving my dog. I had to feed the horses. And you what are you doing? You know, like, no.
They don't want you to see a Cynthia Laryngalus. They don't talk to you, and they don't appreciate you for here.
What are you doing today? You know, but anyway, all of a sudden I get a phone call 10 years ago. Out of the blue, my phone rings.
Gravity's a little
it's
kind
Howard
to us,
Keel.
that
Hi, Dad. Howard Keel, and he's searching for Jenilee Howard Keel, and I'm like, oh, this guy. He just started asking me about what I was doing. Started talking about the infomercials. Do you know I even hung up the guy? I said, okay, yeah. And he goes, well, I just going through my Rolodex and thought I'd call you and all this stuff.
I don't know.
But I didn't think I
Depends on how many, you know.
Called me up because he wants me
If not, I'm going to be out there gambling.
That's one of my
Spending everything I made here.
Yeah, it's a good business to get into
I
when
used
you're
to
not.
do a lot, but
He died.
I haven't in the last. This is my first
Not
time here
that
for
long
like
after that.
5,
The
6
reason
years.
I'm calling me on his Rolodex.
I used to come as a kid all the time with my friends and drive over, but I got burnt out from it.
Or like the fact that I worked with Bob Hope, and I did a gig. I did one of my best gigs ever. That Steve Graff had Bob Hope and I. We went to a college, and he was the host or something, and I got up and was introduced and was off the cuff. I'm pretty funny. So I got up and I did this whole show.
Have a good day.
And Bob Hope followed me, and he goes, how am I supposed to follow that? And I was like, with Bob Hope right there. And it's like, who are you? Oh, you're some kind of old guy or whatever. Or my mother reminds me, Mom reminds me so many times of what we did, because my mom would be with me all the time. And again, like all these kids that you're seeing today, and them doing the Twilight and all this stuff, you're not appreciating it because you're working Monday through Friday, and then women, it's twice as hard because women, we have to do all the magazine covers, and all this. Think about how many guys are on there. So we have to, so every Friday you take an Ambien, fly to New York, because that was
all the drinking.
I had to sleep on the airplane.
Hi, Dorothy Garland. Judy Garland.
No, you woke up Saturday morning and went straight to the studio. They let you shower, and then you have to film all day, take magazine covers, and do interviews, and go back. And you know, I mean, that's why some of these people, you know. But so you're not appreciated. But with that, my mom would go with me a lot, and I get different family members. But Mom says to me one time, she goes, Jenny, like, remember when we had dinner with Cary? And I'm like, and at first I was like, no, and then I'm, oh yeah, we did. And it was just, Cary is life of my mom and I. And I'm just saying, like, God, it's late, I want to go back into the hotel room. You don't, you know, so when you get...
baby.
No, but you get...
That's what we're here for. We're here to remind you of like all the little minutia that you've forgotten.
But I know that everybody, think that you know when you guys were young, did we take it in there? No, you're just living your lives.